I'm here with Stormzy. I'm delighted to say I've wanted to chat to you for so long. First of all, you're having your starter. What are you having for us now?
I am having prawn and chorizo pill.
Lovely.
Whatever
Very
that
garlicky now. That's got a garlic all over the place.
I've never heard of a pill, but this is. I'm in it for the prawns, to be honest. So.
I have to say, I love your album.
Thank you very much.
It is something that I didn't expect from you, to be honest with you, right?
Yeah.
Because I didn't expect such a vulnerability on the album. So it's gang signs and prayers, and there's Stormzy singing in some places as well.
Yeah,
so I didn't expect that at all. So, and it's raw. Tell us, was that always your plan?
Yeah, it was. I feel like it's been my plan for us. I started doing music properly at the end of 2013, and I feel like somewhere subconsciously that was always my plan.
And also shows your softer side down with Velvet as well. This is another side that was surprising too. So tell us about that track.
That's one of my favourite tracks, man. That's like, with music, I feel like there's certain emotions you can get, certain feelings you can get from certain songs, certain artists. With Velvet, like, and lots of songs on the album, it was that I was trying to make the listener feel something that I know I can't just do by spitting on a beat. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't make, I don't know, Sally from down the road, who's in her house, who's 19 years old, who's just broken up with her boyfriend. I can't make her feel empowered and beautiful by spraying on a grind beat for 2 minutes. You know what I mean? You just can't do that.
You could try,
you
but
can try, but it's a bit difficult. You know what I mean?
Show you my dirty little secrets. Promise me you're always gonna keep it, girl. Tell me that you love me, you're the sweetest. I didn't wanna love you, but I deep it, girl.
Like, I wanted to make different types of songs that evoke different emotions and can, like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Paint different pictures, basically. Yeah.
And then the DJ at the end of it, then Jenny Francis coming in, like being the whole like Love Zone DJ.
Exactly.
Because we're in Dublin, I think you should have got me to come on stage tonight, like, and kind of do the whole kind of like. And here we have the next track here now from Stormzy, putting on the whole sexy voice.
That would have been a good touch. That would have been a good touch.
But and then obviously your mom is on the track as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
So how did you get that? And she's a massive influence.
Yeah, no.
You, especially like the sort of like, you know, the religious part of you.
Yeah.
Is she your biggest influence in that?
Yeah. Fully my biggest influence. So even on that track.
What do you call her again? Mama Stormzy.
Mama Storms. Yeah, Mama Storms. So even on that track, 100 Bags, that recording of her, that's just like voice notes she sends me on WhatsApp.
So does she, like, I'm gonna play this now to the listeners on the show, right? That voice note that she left you. Does she leave you those things all the time?
All the time.
Hello, my son. Good morning. I bet you are still sleeping. I just want to bless you this morning. May the God of Jehovah bless you.
When she heard the track, she was bugging out, like, right, like, when did I even say this? Because that's like one of 50 she's sent in the past however long. So yeah, she sends me, my mum is so funny, she sends me everything. She'll send me videos, pictures, you know, like them chain messages, like forward this on to bless someone else and all of that stuff. Yeah. So that voice note was just one of the things, and I thought, let me just put
gorgeous. How did you feel about it being on the album?
Oh, she's loving it. She's milking it. She's milking it, yeah. Man. She loves it.
I heard recently, like, Katy Perry's a massive fan of you. I've seen, like, Instagram, then that Coldplay say their favourite track at the moment, then is one of your tracks too. How does that make you feel? Because I know you've been working this for so long, and now all of a sudden these artists are recognising grime and you. Yeah,
no, it's, especially when you're noticed by people you respect and admire, as in, like, oh my God, like, for example, Coldplay, like, even like as an up and coming artist, I'm still up and coming.
No, you're not. Come on. Did you see the reception you just got outside?
There's people hearing that thinking this guy's chatting rubbish up and coming artist. But cool, for whatever size I am, whatever you want to call it. But
6 or 5.
Yeah, 6. Yeah, exactly. But it's even like, it's because, for example, like artists like Coldplay, Adele, like, you look at these musicians and you think, oh my God, like how do you ever get there? Like, I listen to their albums and I think I would love to make a song like that. Like, flip it, that's so good. That's so much better than what I can do. Like that. So for them to say, "Oh my God, you're sick," it's like, wow, what? Okay, well, I'm doing something right. Do you know what I mean? Because I look up to you guys and I always listen to your music and think, wow, I really love that song. So for them to have that same feeling back. Yeah. It's so nice. Wow, that's
I know,
man.
from, like, you know, from people who are, say, grime fans, they wouldn't have expected probably to kind of be on an Ed Sheeran track. So was when that question was put to you, was that like a no-brainer for you, or?
No brainer, man. No, but do you know so great? I feel like me and Ed have like a similar stigma around us of like, because you know how you just said like people wouldn't expect me to be on that track and people wouldn't expect Ed to be on that track.
Yeah.
However, if you look at both our track records, like our history, we've done other things. So like even with me, like, like back in the day, I was singing and trying R&B and doing all the different things. And Ed's got a whole like EP like of collaborations with grime artists.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like people will say, oh, like he's working with Storms, that's so cool. But Ed's worked with Devlin, Dot Rotten, Gigs. Like Ed's been around, he's done the rounds. You know what I mean? So like I feel like that's a good thing though. I feel like it's like a double whammy of like people look at it and think, okay, that doesn't work. But then when you look at the history, it really works.
When that performance was on the Brit Awards, my mom was watching it. So the next day she was like, who is this Skepta and who is this Stormzy? So I showed her the video to shut up. Because that's one of my favourite things that I love to watch. Just puts a smile on my face. And she just was like, no. What's the story behind that? I had to tell her, and
okay, sick.
She absolutely loves that.
Oh,
so
she's rating it. Sick.
My mom in her 50s is loving
Sick.
Stormzy.
There we go.
And that's the music that she wouldn't expect as well.
Yeah.
But that shut up video, as I said to you, like that puts a smile on my face. I just love watching it. So did you see the mural here in Dublin? Did you see it?
I've seen it on Twitter. I haven't seen it live in the flesh yet. I'm going to go and see it in the morning.
You have to go and see it.
I'm definitely going to see it in the morning.
Like, as a piece of art, it is jaw-dropping.
That's phenomenal. When I saw it, I was all a bit like, I remember I was texting around, like texting my manager, texting my friends, like, oh, is anyone, I don't know, like, has anyone been down to Dublin in the past couple of days?
The detail is unbelievable.
It's mad.
Yeah, you need to get down there and get a picture down there.
I'm going to 100 million %.
Like,
I'm not going to leave.
Don't get murals. Do you know what I mean? Like, the only person who gets a mural around here is probably Conor McGregor.
Yeah, I heard.
This is a big deal.
It's just me and Conor.
Yeah, that's it. Up with the big boys.
Just me and Conor. This is what I'm saying. Top boys now.
Before you finish your story, I just want to ask you one more question then. It's also about your last song on the album.
Okay, yeah.
Where you're kind of laying your soul bare.
Yeah.
You know, and you have talked about openly about things that you've gone through as well. Has this album been really cathartic for you?
Yeah, but I feel like it was mostly on that last track, on Lay Me Bare.
Before I die, say my prayer. Don't worry about the mess, just lay me there. This is all I got, so lay me bare. Lord help me, please, I'm breaking down. Trying to call my name and take my crown. Little bit of pain, I'll paint the town. When they put me in my grave, don't make a sound.
I just feel like I could hear stuff you were going through on that album. As I was saying, like the word vulnerable always comes to mind.
With that last track, that we actually made that like a day before I submitted the album. I said I didn't want to finish the album without that last track, without just me bearing like everything on a song. So I said the album can't be done. I need to do that. I need to do Lay Me Bare at the end.
I think it's brilliant that you have done something like that, because I think especially for men it is so hard.
Exactly. And I feel like as a musician, I feel like and not just musicians, I feel like any public figure, if people look at you for whatever, for your art or your work, whatever, I feel like we've got a duty to not lie. Do you know what I mean? And in terms of, okay, like this is what we do.
Be real,
and because it's not. I feel like it's so easy to look at a musician and think, yep, it's wicked. Like we just wake up and we tour, and then we go studio and we just make incredible songs and come out and make incredible we're just superhumans. We don't get tired and we're just happy all the time. And we've got so much money and we're so great and all of that. I feel like that's wicked, but there's also a very real side of being a human being that no one can escape from, that you also need to show the world.
No matter how great your life is.
No matter how great your life is.
One more question, and it kind of is linked to that as well. For people who are going through a hard time, or it could be depression, or it could be anxiety, it could be just something that's bad in their life for a short time. What advice would you give to people who are in a relationship, or it's their son or their daughter? How do people who are related or friends how they should behave with someone who kind of goes through stuff and goes through a hard time and wants to put their phone on airplane mode, as you say in the track?
I say the best thing to do is to be patient with them. Empathy, that's the word. Like I feel like it's like being empathetic is very difficult. It's actually a difficult thing to be, as in, say if you drop your phone and smash it now, I can't really care that much. It's not my phone. I'm going to say, oh, so I hope your phone's okay, but I can't care. It's not my phone. My phone's great. I'm cool. I'm going to go take a phone call after this. You're just going to deal with that, innit? Do you know what I mean? And it's hard to actually care properly about things and people in this day and age. So I feel like that's the main thing, that level of care and patience of just understanding that someone's going through something and you do not understand it. But it gets better. It gets
Great
better.
advice.
Yeah.
Listen, this has been a roller coaster ride for you now. The album's out. You're here tonight now in the Olympia playing.
Yeah.
I just wish you continued success.
Thank you very much.
I think you're brilliant.
Man.
And thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you very much.
Thank
man.
you. Thanks, Stormzy.
Cheers, man.